Welcome Aries, this is Evelyn. We're doing things a little bit differently this month for you. And I have a lot of messages that came forward under Aries. And also I wanted to bring up the fact that I feel like Pisces and Aries are very much intertwined right now. So if you're Pisces, you might want to watch this as well. The clock was at 1:23 when we started, 123, leap. So this month we are going to do a past, present, future. Past, present, future. The topic or the general energies of your message here. The middle line will be the people involved, and then the bottom line will have to do with the actions either taken in the past or to take in the present and the future. And then I have these three decks for past, present, and future to combine with the read as well, and we'll see how that goes. So again, this is for Aries. Anytime you come to this video, there definitely would be a message for you. So when I did my meditation for you, what was coming through, well, there were several energies coming through between yesterday and today. And the star Alhena came up for me yesterday, as well as the connection of the owl between Sirius and Althena, and Procyon and Betelgeuse being the escorts, so to speak, making that diamond from the winter triangle, reaching out to Alhena, which is the foot of one of the twins. And the other things that were coming up today, because I was actually last night, I had a blue avian video come across my iPad list, and it was from Galactic Astrology, so I do urge you to listen to it. It's not a long video, it's about 10 minutes, about the blue avians. And I don't have her name here, but you'll see that on Galactic Astrology YouTube site. And it is titled Blue Avians, and I believe it was a new one, so it should be very easy to find. And I was getting connections to, I don't want to give her a message, but she was talking about the connection to the dragons and the angels. And I was getting a connection now with your message of the dragon year, this year, referencing Sirius, which is a much more masculine energy, and Alhena was coming up as the energies of Venus, which is a more feminine energy, and coming up as I was doing my meditation for you as the snake energy as compared to the dragon energy of this year, and then Sirius. And what was coming up in my message for you, and Spirit's connecting with me about that. The dragon I was seeing as, first I thought it was like a lion or a gator or something like that, because I was just seeing, a big mouth being pried wide open. But they wanted to exaggerate the energy of the deep breath being related to the dragon, and then the little breath being related to the snake. So they were asking me to relay to you to try a different kind of breath as well. So whereas we're always guided to breathe through the nose and out through the mouth, and then the deep breaths and holding breath, which is very valid, they want you also to try the shallow breath, the snake breathing, which they were literally getting as at the bottom of your breath. So after you've breathed all your air out, to go like these tiny little breaths out, like push a little bit more of these tiny little breaths, short breaths. And then very shallow breathing in through your mouth and out through your mouth, but very shallow breaths. And then putting your tongue on the back of your top teeth and doing those same very shallow breaths. So again, they're relating the big breaths to the dragon and these shallow breaths to the snake, which this year is the dragon, next year is the snake. Snake is the first sign of the zodiac. So it's that from the ending to the new beginning, just like Pisces to Aries, which is the energy we're still in right now, especially between the two eclipses. So there's something very significant here, bringing in the star Alhena related to Venus energies. It's in Gemini, the constellation, but on one of the websites it was equating it to the sign of Cancer. So there's energy between Cancer and Gemini, which are right next to each other. And also Orion, because Betelgeuse is right there as one of the winter triangle points in the shoulder of Orion. And Orion is there's a dragon in Taurus that's not your typical constellation dragon, but I came across that website several times, and I've brought that up in my video before. But it was coming up as Orion facing himself, as his dragon self. So yeah, there's very interesting energies there, right? Because if he's facing his dragon that's in the Taurus constellation, his energy of Betelgeuse with his arm pulled back is being connected to Alhina. And I looked, I mean, there's very basic information about Alhina. So if anyone knows anything about Alhina, I'd love to hear about it. I did find one website which had a nice little blurb about it. I do, and you can go into, Wikipedia for general information. None of the other sites really said much different from that, except that it is running out of its hydrogen at its core. And it didn't seem like it's the typical type of star that would then supernova, but I was getting this relationship to a supernova that could be happening. I know they talked about it with Betelgeuse. And I don't know if Betelgeuse was the star that I had brought up a couple years ago. I was guided to a supernova event, and I don't remember if it was Betelgeuse or not. It might have been. But I already talked about that potential supernova as the bright light coming in. But now they're guiding me to Alhina, which is right near Betelgeuse. And Alhina has a companion star with it that's very faint, which isn't generally known with Alhina. So very interesting energies there. And you can listen to my other videos on Twin Flames 3344 YouTube channel. This is my Evelyn Stainthorpe YouTube channel for the 12 signs. The other channels reserve more for my twin flame community and those messages. All right, so in your messages, besides what I just brought to you, and the blue avians. Right before I started your video, I went to fix something, and this guy fell off of my lamp. He usually hangs from my lamp behind me, and he's like the blue avian. He's so cute. So, and I'm getting gonzo now too, but the blue avian type of gonzo and the shaman energy is coming through with this. So yeah, he came through to say hello to you, and then Thoth also comes through with the blue avian type of energy. Yeah, and there's a blue-green energy, and again, the color of the earth, which is that blue-green, so they're equating that blue avian energy as opposed to the dragon as the energy of connecting with the earth or the humans on earth. Let's see here. So avians, they were also guiding me to look it up for you guys, where Avi, A-V-I, and A-V-I-A, equates to grandparents, ancestors, all of that kind of energy, as well as remote and out of the way, dismiss, order to leave, distracting, to fly, to travel by plane, and also a plant called groundsel, which is a ground cover with yellow daisy-like flowers, relating to the science of aircraft, of course, and aviation and birds. To prepare, get ready, hurry. And also I was getting, well, to kill is one of the definitions, but to kill a mockingbird was coming up. When I was doing your meditation from the dragon's mouth and then going into the snake, I was getting the snake because I was literally seeing the symbol of the snake wrapped around the rod or the staff, whichever you consider that. And Avi, A-V-I, without the A on the end, is also avatar, woman, bird, and hunting. Goodwill Hunting then came up there. And AVS also came up under AVI, which is you, or the lamb. And AVS is also Alexa voice service, which was funny to me. And Avi synth also came up, as well as the angle of vanishing stability, which was giving me that angelic energy. The B also came up under this definition. C, S-E-E, descendant, and note, like a monetary note. And belt, which is AVVI, is also under AVI, which is from Proto-Samic Eve, E-V-E, with different accents on it, or Eve Tech, which is of a boat or to leak. All right, so let's get into your message here. Yeah, let's get to your message here. There was this other karmic. The word karmic was coming up as K, army, and then C, and K being 1,000, C being 100, and the loss of human life, because 0 for me is the human embodiment of source. That was also coming through. And of course, Aries is the first one right out of the gate. So there's a lot of new beginning energy with Aries, but also that warlike energy, which it is a fire sign. So there is that physical aggressive energy there. And you and Pisces have been coming up reversed, like being vulnerable to that energy and the shift between Pisces and Aries. And the eclipse is going on right now. Yeah, so this was last night and again this morning. Again, is that energy of Pisces still sitting in your energy, and that, I don't know if that's holding you back. Taurus also just came up, and also the axis of Taurus and Scorpio is affecting you as well. All right, so I'm going to leave these guys up here. I wanted to pull a past life card for you just to see if there's any general wounding that needs to come up for you to clear. And your video might be a little bit longer than the others because that big message just came through for you guys. So, and that message can be for everybody. It just happened to come out at the leader of the pack there. All right, so for Aries, any past life wounding that wants to come up for the best and highest good of all those concerned, any guides, masters, or angels who'd like to come through in that high vibe energy of the highest order are welcome for the best and highest good of all those concerned. And Aries came right out there. And I'm just seeing the wisdom of the unicorn right there too. And the bottom of the deck is then the spouse, and karmic relationships were coming up in those cards from last night. And you have phobias. So any fears coming out, this can be fear of prayer as well, or fears around your karmic relationship here. Okay, this can be fear around marriage. Yeah, so these are the cards that were coming up yesterday. So they're in the underlying energy now. The vows, you know, of the spouse and the love life, but karmic relationships were also coming up last night. Okay, so some kind of fear regarding karmic relationships here. And yeah. So we'll take that. And I'm just going to put phobias up here, so you remember what's coming up, because there may be something in relationship to that comes up in the messages. So again, with the Rider-Waite deck here, oh, look at that. We got the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom there for you, which is, that could be heaven on earth. That can be an abundant family, business, or community. And it can be wealth, but it also can just be great abundance of time and energy, not just money. So again, we're doing past, present, future, the topic or general energies at top, the people involved, and then the bottom row has to do with the actions to take. For Aries, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. And Aries, Aries, Aries. One more, okay? All right. So for Aries, for the best and highest good of all is concerned, past, present, future, the current topic or general energies for Aries relating to what they need to know, the people involved, and then the actions to take, past, present, and future for Aries, Aries, Aries. Best and highest good of all those concerned. Sophia, Sophia, Sophia. Okay. All right. So here we go. In the past, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. In the present, we have the Death card. And these have to do with the topics. And then the future is the Fool, which is beautiful energy there. And then for the people involved, we have the past is the Four of Wands. The present is the Sun, beautiful for the center card in your read. The Sun is beautiful. And this energy of home and union. And then the future people is Justice. which is also upright, which is great, with the Fool. And that's that Aries Libra energy right there. We also have Scorpio and Leo, fixed signs in the middle. And then the actions to take. In the past, you took this action of the Ace of Cups. And in the present, you're being called to take the action of the Six of Swords reversed, which may be no action, and it has to do with thoughts and words. And in the future, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed as the action to take. And then I'm going to save 2 cards here for the end. Actually 3. Okay, and we'll pull those at the end, and then we're going to look at the underlying energies. You have the Five of Cups with the King of Wands and some kind of offer coming in. Let's see where that was coming from. All right, so this is going to the past. So, and this is today's energy. We're in the 28, which is the Two of Wands energy, which is a choice of path. It can reference twin flame energy as well, which is just the quantum push and pull energy. It doesn't have to relate to a relationship, because everything relates to the universe. So some kind of breakup here or lack of affection. There could be somebody with Gemini or Leo in their chart. Or again, this could be breaking up with your pet or child as well. Some kind of lack of strength or courage, fear, which is coming up as your phobias here. So there could be fears of relationships, of marriage, which is coming up in your pre-energies. And this energy of not being able to sleep, or the need to rise above these fears, or awakening and coming out perhaps, and offering a new life, perhaps to yourself, or time, money, and energy to the King of Wands, which could be Aries. But there's some sadness here in accepting this new life, because someone might feel bad about where this is coming from, right? Someone who received no affection or had fears in a relationship, who maybe offered all their time, money, and energy to the King of Wands, and he may now feel bad about that, or bad about accepting this time, money, or energy. So we'll see where that goes. Now he may be this person with the Two of Wands who is giving some kind of choice or even an ultimatum here to perhaps to someone, right? This is someone, perhaps a secret passion, or no longer keeping someone's secrets, right? Letting the secrets out. This is a need to use your intuition or be more in your integrity. So someone might have been given a choice or an ultimatum there. That could be a Pisces or Virgo energy, even Aquarius at times for me. So let's just put this out as it comes up. Okay. And I am going to use this too, because it is this energy today at the Two of Wands. Let me put that up like that. Okay. So in the past, there's this energy of sadness or loss, regret, you know, thinking about the past, some kind of disappointment. And this could be in relationship to children. We do have the Leo card there for strength reversed, but the sunshine is upright here in the middle of your read. So the topic here is the King of Pentacles reversed. Okay, and we're going to pull past energies from this deck first. And this is someone who's ungrounded, or he could be greedy, right? Maybe he went through some recent loss of time, money, and energy, right? Loss of wages, whatever it may be. So someone's feeling badly, but the King of Wands is upright here. The King of Pentacles is not. Are they different people? Is that the same person, right? Somebody else's work persona? Let's see what comes out. Now, this is my Kipper and Lenormand Reverie and Kipper decks combined. There's 2 decks in here. So we're going to pull a card from this deck regarding the past. All right, because there's this big Ace of Pentacles being offered from the past to the King of Wands, and there's this big offer of love, and that could be coming from God, right? Or from out of nowhere, right? Or maybe it was a mystery person offering this love. But there's this beautiful energy of home and union or celebration that maybe was ungrounding for this King of Pentacles, maybe not used to dealing with emotions. And there may be shame associated with receiving this love from a place of no peace, and someone over here who may be powerless. But this is going forward in the future as well, but just giving you some information about where this Ace of Cups might have been coming from. All right, so in the past for Aries, why do we have these past energies of the King of Pentacles reversed, with the people involved having to do with the people at home or in the union or at the celebration, right? This could be like a community, you know, like some kind of parade, or, you know, the people involved with that, some kind of stability. But again, marriage has been coming up for you and the fears around marriage. So we have the 5 of the tree, the family tree, which also has the 7 of Cups here, which is a lot of choices, options, or perhaps that can be confusing in trying to clear out the family tree here. We have the 5 of the Hierophant, which is also the master of the hidden house, traditions, guidance, societal norms, the family tree here, the norms regarding the family here, and trying to get through, you know, the trunk of this tree, which is also can represent the father or the grandparents here. The 5 is also freedom and change and expansion here, along with the 39, which is also today's energy, the Knight of Cups. There could be Taurus energy there, and then water energy over here with the community, as I just brought up the community right there. And he may be ungrounded by this because they're really friendly and energetic, and they receive a lot of love here. And that may not be his way, right? He might be more of an isolated type of person, or just all about the stability, or feeling like his stability's been taken away recently, which knocks him off balance and makes him uncomfortable in dealing with this kind of energy, or perhaps the community offering help to him. He's the King of Pentacles. He's not used to asking for help, so that might make him very uncomfortable. And we also have the 38 here of toil and labor, which is also the Queen of Cups next to the Knight of Cups right here. So it could be a relationship there, right? And this is like the young boy who was taken in by the community, right? The very strong family tree over here, but it involves the Hierophant, which is traditions, right? A certain way of living. And then here we have the worker bee who's working really hard, the Queen of Cups. And here's the breakthrough of the 6 of the lovers, or love, family, community, this energy of the sun and the breaking through of the sun through the clouds, through the weakness over here and fear, to the sun over here, making some kind of breakthrough with the King of Wands, who's right here, right? So very interesting energies there. The bottom of this deck is the main female, number 2, which again is that high priestess kind of energy, which was underneath there. I'm going to leave this over here. All right, so we have her, and we have the loving woman underneath her. So she could be a very loving woman with gifts, or being present here with the Ace of Swords, present to the truth. This also could be her talking to herself, right? They both have a flower in their hand. 2 sides of a person, right? When she's by herself and when she's part of the community or doing what she's expected to do. This also could be 2 different people, right? One who's more of a homebody and one who likes to socialize. This can also be the bookkeeper. We have the Book of Secrets below that. Okay, so this is the past energy that's coming up for you. And it very much involves a community, and the community receiving love, perhaps from those who are powerless, right? There's offering love to this community who may be very helpful to them, right? Taking in those who need support or help. And we also have this relationship between the King of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles over here, which could be a dependent or a spouse that's dependent on them, which could bring up that karmic relationship that came up regarding your fears of relationship and marriage. Okay, remember the spouse came up with that in the love life, in the underlying energies here. The marriage, the vows that were taken. This also could be vows taken by sisters or children of the marriage, right? Were they part of the vows too? Maybe they don't. Could be some kind of betrayal here within the family, the children. They may not resonate with this marriage, or they may not agree with their values, their religious beliefs, any of that kind of stuff. So there may be some kind of betrayal here regarding their vows, the children's vows to the family. There's Celtic energies coming up beneath that as well. So again, this religious energy. And we have Easter coming up here. And the mother with the children was below that. So it's definitely some kind of difference in belief systems here coming up with the community or the family. Again, this could be a boy who was taken in by a community who feels like they owe that community. This could be a boy who was adopted or who was taken off the street. You know, there could even be pets in that situation too. But again, there's the energy of obligation to the family whose belief systems you may not agree with and may never have, but you know, they were people who saved you. So, you know, you put your beliefs on hold, but now as an adult, they may be unfolding. And again, there's this energy of two different women. There could be somebody with two women, right? Someone you've been married to in that traditional form, and then someone else that you may be in love with who isn't part of that traditional structure. Okay. And again, this could be self-love here too, the need to self-love, especially for the King of Wands right here. And there's a lot of water. Like I said, Pisces was coming up here. So with the 38, Queen of Cups, and the 2, which is the High Priestess, there's a lot of Piscean energy. That could be Cancer and Virgo coming up there as well. And we have 6 with Libra regarding the, Gemini. But that can represent the twins, which we have the 2 of Wands today. Again, that choice of path could be coming up as well. And I was talking about the twins constellation, Gemini, with Alhina. So that's coming up too. So now we're going to come to your present energy here and the messages of love oracles. And so the topic here in the present for you now is death, which is change and endings. Also the dark night. Right? The dark night is walking past that religious leader and the children, even though they're like horrified. This is someone who's going to be who they are, no matter what they say, the structures that they may have adhered to in the past. This energy of Scorpio is no longer doing that. They're going to walk right over anyone who stands in their way, because this is the ultimate change. It's not clinging to the old. It is forcefully walking right through the change, no matter who doesn't like it, in order to find freedom in the future over here. So this is the topic here. And we have Scorpio energies and Aries energies, right? So this Aries energy of freedom, which is beautiful for you with the sun at your back. And here's the sun. So your present moment energy, you could be dealing with a sun, or maybe a partner who's dealing as their role as the sun in their family tree, perhaps. Or you could be dealing with, again, we have Scorpio, Leo, Aries, and Libra as the main energies here in your read. Okay, and Taurus did come up earlier as well. This card for me usually comes up more Virgo, but we do have 2 earth energies here, so there definitely could be any earth sign really coming up right there. But we have Gemini and Leo reversed in the underlying energies as well. All right, so for the present energies here for Aries, for the best and highest good, for all those concerned in the present moment for Aries. There we go. You have chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual, and mastery, you've learned the spiritual lesson. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. Twin flame, this is a divine counterpart connection. Very interesting. And you may need some distance to bring clarity, which isn't something negative, it's something positive. Whenever you go through some energies to learn, you need time to ground and integrate, and usually that's done on your own, so that may be why you need time apart. Okay, beneath this energy of being a divine counterpart connection is that this friendship is leading to more, okay? But it comes together in a different way than your typical connection. So you may have had some confusion, some fears about something that you don't understand. The people involved is Leo energies, or the kids, or someone you refer to as sunshine. And this could be just returning from a nice peaceful trip here. Or again, maybe you're shipping kids back and forth a lot so that when they come home, it makes you happy. But this also could be a lack of peace, right? A lack of peace of mind. And this is, you know, traveling to a more peaceful place out of those troubled waters. But you're still in those troubled waters a bit. And that can even reference, you know, coming back from vacation. There's still some stuff undone, and, you know, you could be in your head a bit about trying to get everything straightened out again so you can go back to your regular routine. But out of this lack of peace is being offered, and again, this powerlessness over here, or a dependent who has no peace about being dependent is offering this big love. And it's very interesting, right? Because you don't, to accept love from this disempowered place is making someone feel badly. Here, the King of Wands. Which can make him feel ungrounded if this is the same person, unless you're dealing with two different people there. Right? We have an earth sign over here and then a fire sign over here, which could be Leo or Aries, because we have both upright. You have a significant number of major arcana here too, right? You have 4 of the 9 are major arcana and upright. Really positive energies here as we're going forward, right? This is the past. This offering of love, too, can be of self to self. And that energy of feeling guilty for receiving love and affection. Not feeling worthy. So there's that self-worth energy coming up in conjunction with fears and phobias. The attraction is mutual. There is big change here. And this could be full exposure as well. This could be vacation, having fun in the sun, the springtime in general coming up, the kids, the pets, and fun. And again, we have horses here, so there's a lot of movement there. And again, there's a dog over here, so there could be a pet involved here. But also, even as good as this energy is, it also can lead to a lack of peace, because it's hard to put your energy into caring for children or pets, or a lot that's going on here. Or going away on a vacation takes preparation, and then coming back from vacation takes preparation again to get back into the groove of school or routines, activities, all that other kind of stuff could be coming up here. And again, sisters is coming up. And there could be energy here between sisters in very different stations in life. One who's in a wealthy family and the other one who's, you know, struggling to get by. Or 2 women. If someone's dealing with 2 women, one could be from a very wealthy station and the other one, again, just struggling to get by. Or perhaps is working with you in a marriage. That kind of thing could be going on too. So as we move on to the future here, and again, this is your action to take. So here you're saying this would be moving to peace, or perhaps taking a short trip, perhaps to ease your mind. And here it's saying you're just coming back from a trip, or just kind of stay put, allow the thoughts just to play out, to allow them to let go, to not ignore these thoughts that are coming through that are giving you a lack of peace, but to expose them, energize them, so that you can see them, and then they can be let go. What's coming up for you that's bothering you? Allow yourself to see it, so then you can ground and integrate it and let it go, so it won't come into your energy anymore. So going forward, the topic is freedom here. or perhaps just spending some time out with your best friend or your pet out in the sun at springtime, taking a leap of faith. You know, Scorpio, dark night energy could be coming towards Aries right here, which is very much that, right? Mars, Pluto energy, where energy, interesting, because Pluto, right, just made that shift from Capricorn to Aquarius, which I believe it goes back into Capricorn for a bit in September. But the topic in the future is your freedom or playtime, spring and summertime, having fun with the kids or the pets, taking hikes, like energizing yourself. Again, having a spring in your step, a leap of faith, trusting the universe, right? With the sun at your back. Who's got your back here? That could be a Leo or your kid or your pet, right? Who's always there with you to support you no matter what and love you no matter what. And then the people involved could be a Libra. This could be a judge or the justice system as well. Someone who's balanced and fair, who's sharing. And then your action to take in the future is going to be actually not your independence, right? Because this is the sovereign, but to allow yourself to be dependent. And maybe you're extra independent right now, right? That you feel like you don't need anyone. But in your freedom, allowing yourself to, is not giving your power away, but also recognizing that there is a time and a place for dependence on another person or asking for help. This could even be a child that's dependent on you. And do you see that as something negative? No, of course you don't. But there may be justice between you and your child here. Again, Aries and Leo, there's Libra here. And let's see what the Shaman Dreams deck has for you. And I'm going to read from this deck as well. For Aries, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. Aries, Aries, Aries. All right, for Aries, for the best and highest good of all that's concerned in the future here. What is the energies for Aries for the future here? We have 3 cards coming up here. We have the hollow bone, which is basically hollowing yourself out to allow source to work through you, allow your higher self to work through you. I'm also getting bullwinkle here and the moose energy here. There's this energy of teachability. It's the 28, which is today's date. And we have 2 more cards with that as well, a very different energy in the blues here of skywriting of the fates. 49 is the 9 of cups to get your wish. And the 56 is the 2 of swords, which is that peace of mind again, of the wall and obstacles. Right? This is like being inside of the tree, right? Here's the hole in the tree. And instead of being outside the tree, you're seeing within the family tree and the wall and the obstacles that are involved with the family tree. And all of these symbolisms, right? The hourglass is the middle of the infinity sign, the part of you that is shared. And then we have the K, which is also came up as 1,000. There's a feather overlying the K, being light as a feather, the 1,000 suns. And the M, which also is like 2 flags meeting each other at the end gate. But notice there's also always space between. There's always a space between, nothing's solid. And then here's the energy of the F, which is digamma, right? Gamma and then little gamma, which is also referencing the twin flame energy. So this skywriting of the fates and getting your wish, we also have this moon energy there. and then going within to see that the walls and the obstacles, the fears that are lying within. And you see how this inside the tree kind of looks like a movie theater, right? Where here's the projector coming through and here's all the audience watching to play out the stories from within. Allow yourself to see them. Allow yourself to see the subconscious energies bubbling up. You see all the blues and purples here. To allow those old wounds to come up to your consciousness so that you can release them. So again, emptying yourself to become the student here. Maybe you've been in charge for a long time and it's hard for you to think about being the student again or retiring here. We have the King of Cups with 51 coming up and the stars in the sky, and again meditating on the bridge here and seeing whatever asterisms or just looking up at the Milky Way kind of energies are coming up there with that. And then look at all the blue energies. They're all the same energy. And the bottom of the deck is the 61, which is the 7 of Swords card, that card of risk, taking risks. And here's the whale in the portal here, the whale song resonating at the bottom of the ocean here. And that can represent the arcs that are reported at the bottom of the sea. And now I'm getting the song, Under the Sea. I don't know all the words, but that's what's coming up, like from Disney. In the future. And the whale is profound energy, right? It's the grandparent energy, the ancestors' energy in a portal here, right? This is the energy of the portal, which is like plasma. Like appearing out of nowhere, this profound entity at 61, perhaps someone's age, or that could be a year of birth, or the energy of the 7 of Swords, right? Which in our deck is usually considered the liar, cheater, thief, but it's really a card about taking a risk. And you have the benefactors here with the 3 of the Empress, Mother Earth, sitting in a mushroom, in the mush room, the cuddly place, the king and his consort here, the benefactors of grace and generosity, and the whale song, right? A very different perspective over there. Oh, interesting, because we have the Emperor here too. So you have the Empress and the Emperor, 3 and 4, with the whale, the portal between them. Right, the portal between 2 different worlds. Very interesting. And we have the 38 below that, which is the Queen of Cups, which comes up over here. The one who's working very hard with many masks of the authentic self. And 42 Netcaster too. That came up the other day too. And see how these have the same energy as well. The 42 is the 2 of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So very loving, emotional energies here. Very etheric energies. And then the very earthly energies here of bold colors of the feminine and masculine. And then this portal between of such wisdom of the whale here, which is very high vibrational. And I was actually getting the whale spout coming up in my messages that I did last night. So this is the future of bringing the profundity of the masculine and feminine in that state of being Empress and Emperor, taking a risk together to go through a portal, right? One is this energy of the cat and the spine here, the caterpillar opportunity, the ER pillar, cat, which is also that the C for me is the whispering bench, or that connection to source, the leap, right? Because a line isn't really a line, it's an arc between 2 points. So the C is that whispering bench or the bridge, that leap of faith that you're taking over here for justice. And perhaps the need for independence. And this could also be leading up to Independence Day. So I don't know what's coming up in July for you. But we have, what numbers? We have 4, 6, and 9. I'm getting 4 is the L1, which is the Lambda Father Leap, which is, we were just talking about the bridge, right? It's coming up the Union card. And then we have the 6 and 9, which 6 and 9 is the 6-9-8 pod, but they're reversed, which is then the other way of the 9-6 pod, which is, I always talk about the energy of coming into the pod, into union, and then you become corded, becomes the 9-6 energy where you're actually back to back, right? You start out as 6 to 9, becoming the 8 in the middle as the pod, and then you move through, inside out, through and through, and you become the 96, which is absolutely together and corded, but completely independent as well. So let's see where this goes at the end here. All right, we have the Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, so again, there could be two sisters here, very different energies, but both dependent. This also could be, you know, a partner and a child, or perhaps two different partners, but both with dependence issues, one with like time, money, and energy dependence, and the other with emotional dependence, perhaps. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is the juggler, right? The one who's trying to keep their balance, the daily grind, perhaps performing, right? To distract others from their issues or distracting them from what's really going on in the background, right? The one who's, this could just be your day-to-day life, you know, how you have to perform in your day-to-day life. And here is the energy of the Queen of Cups reversed, feeling very taxed by this energy as we're in tax season. And here she is over here, looking like she's working at the old style phone company, you know, and just day after day doing the same kind of thing, whether it's dealing with communications or dealing with sewing factories, could be coming up right there. And again, this breakthrough, where the sun breaks through the rain. And I'm getting Gemini into Cancer and then Leo, right? Because Cancer is the moon and then the sun. And here's Gemini, or the twins, breaking through the moon into the rain, the home of the family tree here, breaking through that into the sun to be free. Very, oh, I'm getting big chills from that. All right, so this is this energy of the Queen of Cups, feeling very taxed by what she has to do because she's not making a lot with the Two of Pentacles. She's just starting out. And then here's that suffering and silence of being stressed out, right? This is not being able to sleep, perhaps crying at night, dealing with these thoughts and words for a long, long time, not being able to sleep or just stressed or having nightmares. And here's where you're trying to get out of it, but you can't get out of it from this place because there's still 10 swords after this one and there's 8 swords before it. So this is the worst place you can be in, right? Of that, of not seeing like there's any options, there's no way out. And I can't leave it right there. And again, this is coming up more of the Pisces energy, whether that's in you or you're dealing with a Pisces energy. Maybe you're feeling bad because you're free and having fun in the future, and Pisces is very bound to what they're doing. You know, this could be whether it's work or schoolwork, whatever it may be. And there could be another earth sign too. You could have a water sign, an earth sign, and then here you're going free here. And you may feel badly about that. But your actions to take are to when this Nine of Pentacles is reversed, for me, the card comes up like this is you finding your independence and feeling great about yourself, right? You're sovereign, you don't need anyone else. But when it's like this, you no longer want to do it alone. You want to share that with someone. So this is your allowing yourself to share with someone, perhaps to marry, going to the justice of the peace. And here was that lack of peace. Going to the justice of the peace is what brings you peace. No longer doing it by yourself. Right? When you have issues, now you have somebody else with you. When they have issues too, you're there for each other. This energy. right? So not being afraid, again, your fears of relationship or commitment, of someone else controlling you perhaps. But it's okay, right? There comes a point where when you find complete independence, that's when you're in the perfect place to receive. Where is that? And that 9 of Cups came up in this card over here going forward, right? Skywriting the fates, getting your wish. So the 9 of Cups reversed could be this Queen of Cups, where the 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups have both found their independence, but they no longer want to do it apart. Now they want to come and do it together. It's very beautiful, actually, right? Doing it, juggling together. Come what may. And then May's coming up next, right? After April. So there's that energy as well. That you can weather the storm no matter what. You know this now, because you did it on your own. It's really beautiful energy, Aries. I'm going to pull from Fortune's Oracle real quick, because we're already in an hour. I was trying to make these shorter than an hour, and I think they will be. It's 2:15 on the clock, which is a Philadelphia area code. But it's also the 2 of the High Priestess and the 15 of the Shadow, the Devil. And that's Pisces and Capricorn as well. The High Priestess can also be Virgo or Aquarius for me at times. And one last card for you, Aries. To wrap this up. Aries. We have the snake. So there's that snake that we talked about in the beginning. The 28 is today's date. And the snake is the Kundalini rising, but also the breath technique I talked about. And then we have the love card here. This one says your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. Just be careful. And then the love card is love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all your areas of life. And 17 is dreams coming true. The bottom of the deck is the thorns that you had to go through. You already did that. You learned your lesson. Here's the 31 of chaos of life and groups that you have to navigate in order to get through to the sun. And I'm going to read to you the first one here, 28, that came out of the Shaman's Dream deck. So I'll pull that up again for you to see again. Okay, the hollow bone, number 28. And that was came out right here with the freedom of the Fool, right? The Fool's journey with an open heart and a leap of faith, twin flame counterpart connection, and then you hollowing yourself to allow your higher self just channel right through you. All right, so 28. 28 is the hollow bone, teachability, humility, being empty so the wind of spirit can breathe through you. And again, the shallow breathing that we talked about. The hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. Relinquish your need to be right and to express an opinion, as this will not change anything right now. You're being called to practice humility. Hollow yourself out and hear the wind blow through you and play you like a flute. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There's an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like hollow bone. Drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego. Eliminate the doer, which Aries is very much a doer, and allow things to happen of their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish most anything if you're willing to let someone else take credit for it. Hollow bone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy texts. This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that you are an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life, and as important as the brightest sun. How beautiful that is. Okay, Aries, remember to drink your water, get your rest, your joy, your nature, rise and be love. I'll see you next time. Have an amazing month, Aries. Bye.